Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Brito in conversation with the ace choreographer, Webboy Merchant. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Miss Brito. I love your second name also.
Thank you so much. So, firstly, a huge congratulations to you because people are loving the song, loving the choreography. I want to ask you, how does it feel? And did you see the comments that have come across? What is the best compliments you've received so far?
No, so I really am. Firstly, I want to tell you that this has really been a moment of great satisfaction for me. And बोलते हैं ना pressure थोड़ा
कम
कम
हो
हो
गया।
जाता है because if so all that we do is of course for audience adulations, right? And because it's the trilogy, it's the
Yeah,
third
the third
part.
part.
You've also done Mashallah. I've also done Swag से स्वागत.
Yeah.
And now लेके प्रभु में अगर मैंने इतना सा भी अगर मैंने थोड़ा नहीं किया होता तो I would have really gotten
True.
the thinking, hey, why didn't you do it? And with Salman and Katrina and their fans, they're very protective, they're very possessive.
Yeah.
They always expect, something best should happen for them and with them. So this is only, I just want to say I'm very grateful for the positive comments people are giving, and if they've loved it and they really, really genuinely love it and they want to take it, I'll just say, please make it yours and take it places, and please post it, repost it, do what you need to do it, and let it be a trend setter. I'm really grateful for all of that, to the audiences, of course, to all the fans, to everybody, all the other fans also who are appreciating this song, Leke Prabhu Ka Naam. And I think everybody, I think the euphoria is also partly because, of course, it's Pritam Da, who's had a great year.
Yeah.
It's Arijit, who's always having great years. It's also all of us, Nikita, who's so brilliant. Like she's so talented. And of course, Salman and Katrina, who are the hot favorites for everybody, their
everyone,
fans, and for
yes.
all of us, in fact, even for me. I mean, it's a pet peeve for me to always come back and work with them.
You're the only constant one in the entire Tiger series because Tiger 1, Tiger 2, Tiger 3.
That means I've done my job well.
Yes.
ना? That means producer साहब को मेरा काम अच्छा
काम
लगा
बहुत अच्छा लगा,
और
बहुत
लोगों
अच्छा
को
लगा।
काम अच्छा लगा. Audience.
But again, वो pressure तो रहेगा ही because again, like you said, माशाल्लाह था.
Yeah.
Then उसके बाद swag था, and now again लेके प्रभु.
Yeah.
What did you keep in mind when you got the narration for this song specifically, and what kind of did you take any pressure?
I don't take pressures. I just expect someone to excite me with either it's the permutation combination, or if it's the scenario, or if it's the location, or if it's the song per se. And I had never gone and shot in Turkey. I've obviously
first.
visited. Yeah, I've done a musical production there. But I knew of the reception that we received as with the audiences, and I know they are also very, very receptive as people, and they're very fond of our films, our culture. And because I had a musical playing out there, I had 2 seasons run there. So I had a fairly good idea कि क्या होने वाला है वहाँ जाके. And I knew that the minute Salman Khan walks in, like Mashallah is a big hit there in Turkey. And Tiger, of course, the Tiger series also. And but they go ballistic with Salman and Shah Rukh there. We know that. And here, when Salman has walked into the set, when he walked onto that set, all those 80 dancers, they just screamed for him. It was a euphoria, it was madness. They never stopped cheering.
Wow.
But till the last day was in the white costume. And there's a video floating. I know I can see that the dancers.
Yeah, he's dancing on the bridge.
Yes, he's dancing on the bridge and he's just standing there and smiling. This was him every day.
Wow.
After every 3 shots, there would be people cheering loudly for him. And Katrina. So if you have that kind of a live wire energy going, how could we have gone wrong? Like, it's not me. I can't take the credit for this. It's not because it's because everybody who was out there, everybody who gave that love to us, the people of Turkey, the production, their line producers there, everybody, they all came together to give us this experience, and that's how you see what you see on screen.
You and Salman go way back.
Yes.
From Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam,
Oh, yes.
you go way till remember.
No, I want to take you further back.
Further back.
I can take you to Karan Arjun.
Karan
When I was
Arjun,
a
yeah, I read that.
fourth assistant, I think I was more a DA on that set than I was a choreography assistant. I'd still not come in completely into choreography then, but I was part of that schedule with my uncle who I was assisting, Sri Chini Prakash ji, and he was the top mover, shaker, raker. Even he still is, and just crazy to see that schedule with all the actors. Like I remember my first ever song shoot was this big song, Jai Ma Kali song from Karan
Yeah.
Arjun. So I was again silently observing them at that stage. So for me to see Salman and Shah Rukh and of course all the other actors, the ensemble cast, but their chemistry, his being and how Salman is and their temperament, to of course then doing songs independently. I'd also shot a music video with him as a director, and then we also came together to do Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam post that, and many other films post that also. His home productions as well. I've done a lot of work for him.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if you see Salman of 90s,
Yeah.
he was all out when he used to go dancing. Okay, all out. I used to love that part of him where he didn't care who is watching, what is happening. You give him a step and he will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to love his and Farah's combination also. Like, hota hai kyun pyar ab na kisi, like you know that tang da da
Yeah,
dang da da
that
dang da da da,
young-
aisa pehli baar hua hai 17-18 saal.
But over the years, that has changed now. Salman has become more
Easy.
easy, yeah. So how's can you just compare Salman of 90s and Salman of this era now?
I think Salman of this era is he's a hustler. Okay, don't be fooled by the Salman of 90s and the Salman of 2023 and
Beyond.
and ahead and beyond. Because he obviously he knows. So if he's going to play, I'm saying a character from, I'm saying from a comedy genre, like if he's doing partner for that matter, his entirety will change. No, his entire being, his behavior, his body language, everything will change. But because he's playing a spy here in Tiger, and there is a certain way he's carried himself as the Tiger, he's brought in that character alive, right?
Yeah.
It's not Salman Khan playing Tiger. It's more so he does seep in, and that's his craft and that's his work. Now if you compare him with that Jane Jana, because he was playing that character. So if he ever gets that situation and that scenario, he will still break into that 90s Salman. Yeah. He's ready for it. You as a director have to see where you want him, what you want with the scenario and thing. Of course, I'm saying back then he was doing that regularly. Let's say now he kind of is saying that, you know, he wants to kind of make it more character appropriate, and he wants to make it like that's all part of his craft, and that's all part of his like less is more, the ideology of less is more. It does come in, not only in his work, it's probably come into my work also. Like hum sab ne, you know, I had started very enthusiastically, ye bhi karungi, wo bhi karungi, and then you realize you start working with what is necessary. Then everything's served in your plate.
But has he changed over the years?
No, not at all. I don't think he's changed. Even if he's changed, he's probably changed for better. Like he was more of a brat then, let me put it that way. He was a brat then. Now also, if he sees me, he'll push into like those moments. Like he's got that relation, say with Arani, with me. He's got those few people who he's comfortable being himself with. Let me put it that way. He's very comfortable being himself around us. And yeah, you do see streaks of that come alive on and off even now. But he hasn't changed. Like you don't see people don't change. I think a few, like they just kind of ease out and maybe take a back seat or just chill. Like, you know, there's nothing to prove. You're not trying too hard. You're not doing any of that. You know, you've kind of sorted yourself out. Like you've kind of self-awareness. I guess you could also be aligned beautifully. So that's it. But he hasn't changed. I don't think he's changed at all. Yeah.
Nice to hear that, actually.
Yeah, he's not changed.
But what is the similarities and difference between Salman and Shah Rukh? Because you have worked with them.
I think, both come from they're two different personalities. Okay, so, and they're two different men. I think Shah Rukh comes from again, a space of love, respect, and a lot of hard work, discipline. He will also rehearse.
Yeah, he
He
does.
comes prepared. He's at it. Because he feels, yeah, dance is not something. Uh, uh, dance doesn't come naturally to him. Is what he feels. But there is that dancer. He's of course done ye kali kali aankhein and all of that. So it's not like he's not danced his way through his career.
Huh.
But he still feels like an underdog as far as dancing is concerned. So this is again that same space where he's trying to psych himself कि नहीं नहीं मुझे करना है. So that is Shah Rukh. Like he comes with all his energy, passion कि यार मैंने किया. See, he's giving. मैंने rehearsal कर दिया है हाँ आप देख लो. So he comes with that.
Huh.
And Salman comes with a lot of ease to dance. Again, space of love, but he will not express that love. Shah Rukh will express that love. Shah Rukh is he's a book of poetry.
Yeah.
And Salman is a novel.
Rightly put.
Yeah, so I think that's how they are. You have to discover as you're going, and with poetry, you'll feel an emotion. So Shah Rukh is definitely an emotion, and Salman's a vibe.
Agreed. Totally agreed. What about Katrina? You have an association with her, and I've read your interviews
Yeah.
with HT
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
in the morning,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
said no, she's a teacher's pet.
Yeah.
She will do as you say.
Yeah. She's so disciplined, and she's that that students होते हैं ना front benchers who you want to tell them अभी बस करो बेटा अब तुमने बहुत पढ़ाई कर ली अब तुम अभी अपनी किताब बंद करो और अभी जाओ घर and relax, watch a movie.
Right.
She's one of those students. She's one of those people who'd work so hard, who would always want to be, on the ball. She will always want to do everything by the books, and she's also trying to create, like she needs that validation from you. She needs that, oh, Baby's really liked it. Oh, she's content because they know how critical I am of everybody
You
and
are?
everything in the frame. Yes, I am. Unlike some people who've made me out to be very strict, which I don't think I am, I'm disciplined. I'm not strict. There's a difference.
Right.
I like to work in discipline, and I like to work in a certain manner, and I like organize. I go with my short division. I don't want confusion. I don't like chaos. I like calm. I like peace when I'm working, and but I'm not a strict matron. Like, of course, I'm entertaining everybody on sets also,
Right.
because the mood has to be light. Na Gana hota, you can't all suddenly put blinkers and make
Correct.
it sound to be like it's not fun, especially when it's a party song.
Right.
So
So
I'm
with
okay.
Katrina, she will continuously
she'll give you
rehearse.
her best.
Yeah, she will continuously
give you her
rehearse.
best, but she will not leave the rest. Let me put it this way. She'll give you the best, she'll not leave the rest, because there's a lot of unrest. Like, she wants to know, acha, ye bhi acha hona chahiye. Did you see my hair? Did you see my this? I said, Katrina, I've seen it all, darling. I'm sitting on the monitor.
Does she add anything to the your choreography as well?
No, no. She trusts me very blindly. Like, she's like, if I see something not working with her, if I see that the step's not working out on her, or if it's not looking good on her, I would change it myself. But she's very respectful with me, because I think she also feels the pressure that I'm way too senior. So she gives me that respect, and I'm glad that she gives me that respect, and she kind of trusts me enough. Most actors do. Like, they give me they really trust me blindly,
Of
and
course.
they really think that, I don't know about anybody, but Vaibhavi ma'am will not let anything wrong happen in the frame, and she'll not make sure that they're not looking bad.
Does Salman also rehearse itna? Or he is on the set wala
He
person
doesn't
who will...
need to rehearse. In fact, he should not be rehearsing a lot, because वो rehearse करते करते कुछ और हो जाएगा. But I'm not blaming him. We don't want him to rehearse a lot. He blissfully comes on the sets. He has come every day. And I have to tell you this, Manish Sharma, the director of Tiger Thief, was very upset. He's like, I said, for all your shoot days, he's come like dot on time. He's come at 10:30, 11 in the morning. ऐसे कैसे? I said, वो प्यार है, उसका प्यार है. He has love for me. इतने साल का प्यार है.
How nice.
But he's been really for me, Salman, on this schedule of the Tiger song schedule, because from Cappadocia we also went to Austria. He was my, literally like like my partner, like literally holding hand, and he was there on time. I would tell him sometimes, Salman, I have this location only for so and so time, please come. He would come on time. He would
How
do his
sweet.
bit, and he would just as a Jinx, what do you want? Acha, ye karna hai. So Jinx, and then he like ishare mein, then he would call for his sound rehearsals and he would whistle that. How they do that whistle, na? They do that and he'll call for his sound, he'll rehearse. He's on autopilot. I don't have to. I just have to sit and I have to just look at him and I have to say, वाह, चलिए shot करते.
वो does he wait for you to say अरे बहुत अच्छा shot था
Yeah,
या
he
तो
knows
वैसा
I'm
होता है?
constantly on the mic giving some rubbish. Sometimes I talk some rubbish, I'll talk. Because it keeps the mood light. I'll say something so embarrassing that he'll break into a smile. Because, see, it's fun for him to work with people who call him Salman and I don't call him bhai. I'm not like that
The other
person, you know. Not, I mean, they also do it out of respect because he's that much more senior, but because we, like Farah and me have that comfort levels with him and we
Right.
kind of really work with humor. You know, humor comes at play when we're on sets.
And that
and-
works also for
yeah, because
the
it keeps
entire
the mood light. Everybody is happy. We're all we're cracking some jokes. We'll just crack some one-liners, and people are happy. And that's what you want, no? That the amount of joy we've had making it also translates
True.
on screen somewhere, you know. And that's what the name of the game is, I guess.
So, you know, you mentioned you started way early in life. How has choreography changed over this period of so many years? How has it
I
changed?
think I see a
over the years.
lot of talent now. It's so beautiful to see some really young kids coming in and interpreting choreography, the interpretations of my own songs. Like, so when I've choreographed it for the film, of course, that's pertaining to the story, screenplay, idea, the actor, the production, all of that, right?
Yeah.
You're catering to a particular sequence in the film. So I'm restricted.
Correct.
But when you see the same song interpreted so beautifully, whether it's on a dance reality show, or whether there are these Instagram reels that are on, or whether there are YouTube channels of these dance influencers,
Yeah.
it's great that from all walks of life. So I've also seen some really senior citizens who are bringing their dancing shoes alive, and I'm seeing some great people who are not, you know, who've broken out of the norms and prejudices of body self-consciousness and body shaming. And, you know, people who are all walks of life, all sizes are breaking into dance, and they're unabashedly doing what they're doing. And, you know, that was the spirit. That should be the spirit of whenever anybody wants to
Yeah.
express themselves through music and dance. And it's wonderful to see this, and it's wonderful to see a lot of these young kids coming in today and showcasing their talent on so many platforms. And, you know, they have so much, and there's so much information they're privy to. Like when we had started, we didn't have YouTube at that point of time, or we didn't have any mobile phones at
Yeah.
that point.
No Instagram, nothing, no
Nothing,
social
no
media,
Instagram.
nothing.
So we were a clean slate. You know?
Yeah.
We were like these people, oh, we had top of the pops, like we came from the Wham, Elton John, Michael Jackson, Madonna. You know, we
Right.
came from that generation. But today, these guys are listening to watching
Yeah.
all kinds of dance forms, and you know, and there's it's a great explosion of information. I think which is lovely for everyone to then make it their own and interpret, and not maybe do rehashes, but I guess it's lovely.
So, do you keep up with the trends that is going on right now on social
I
media?
do. So I don't want to be bound by trends because trends come and go. I think you should like you carve your own niche, you make your own pathway, and you follow that.
But somewhere does that linger in your mind? Because
No, I'll tell you why it doesn't linger is because for me, it's very important that anything or whatever I do, at least it should be my ownership. I should own it. I should be able to say that, okay, this is not aisa kuch, aisa dekha hua. Because there are lots of people who internationally also watching your work today. Because that suddenly these borders have diminished. There is everybody is looking even at a Dhindora Bajere. An international dancer is looking at that, is watching that and saying, you know, wow, this is so lovely. We want to do this in our college, university show program or something like that, you know. So you have to be very conscious of the fact that you do the original, do it from your heart. Doesn't matter. Don't succumb to the fact, don't succumb to any norms and rules and regulations. Fly beyond it. Go beyond anything that you need to be pushed for. I think that's how I've always looked at my work. I've not looked at, say, a fellow choreographer's work. I may be very impressed with that person's work. I may have liked that person's work, but that's not mine to take and say and make it my own.
Yeah.
You know?
Got it.
So I guess that's how you then can sign off as this choreographed by Vaibhavi Merchant.
कि वो हुक स्टेप आप लोगों को पसंद आना चाहिए या it should be easy for people who are trying. आप वो सोचते हो कभी?
Yes, of course. वो see hook step का जो trend था वो बहुत एक early 50s में शुरुआत हुई थी उसकी, you know, like the original Jhumka Gira Re song, for that matter Aplam Chaplam, if you see, वो trend set भी मेरे actually my grandfather had also done Aplam Chaplam, you know. So of course I'm third generation. So you know the grammar कि चलो वो डांस का वो एक लय होता है, वो एक थीम होता है, because music का वो थीम है. जैसे मुखड़ा है and उसका cross line है and that would repeat, right? Because it's repeating in the music,
right,
in the track, you then have to follow that pattern and that grammar, and you sometimes break that pattern. Like Amli, I didn't have any hook step. I consciously did not do hook step because the hero had to not blink.
Correct.
And
so she had to be
she had to be so hectic that he doesn't blink. Abhi wo hook step chalu karegi, which common person can do, then it wouldn't work for the film.
Right.
So each song, each situation, each scenario has a temperament and has its own requirement. And coming to Instagram, because lovely these kids want to now be on Instagrams, these little children want to be, grandmothers want to be on Instagram, grandpas want to dance. There are people whose profession is not dancing. They could be doing anything in the day as their day jobs, and they want to come and release, you know, their day's angst, their frustrations, or whatever, or their happiness. They want to express, and then they suddenly realize, oh, there is a like a fan following for them as well, and people are leaving comments. So it's a high, I guess. It's a kind of gratification. And
do you like this
no
phase?
No, I'm not a big fan of. I've not made any reel. I personally don't want to be out there making dance steps and saying, hey. I'm sorry. I don't have any. I'm not trying to offend anyone who loves doing it. Good for you all. But I don't have the time to do so. Sorry. Because I'm doing that as my job. That's my job. I can't make my job. I love to listen to music and I paint. I love watercolor painting. So that's what I do most of the times. I'm not on Instagram reels, making reels, talking to people. I like the old school. I like to sit like this, that look you in the eye and speak to you. I can't speak to imaginary people. Hello, everybody. Who am I speaking to? Who are these people? I'm not comfortable yet, and I don't think I'm comfortable doing that. I'm very private. I like to go back home. I stay at Shivaji Park.
Okay, that's
I
also
shut shop
okay.
and I just leave the building and house.
So this year is your year.
Thank you.
You started with Pathaan.
No, I want this to be my industry's year. I am very.
It is.
Yeah, I just you know, we were all very we were not in a great space in the year 21, 22 because of all the, you know, all of that. The humanity has taken a toll, like with COVID-19 and a pandemic and all of that. It's taken a toll on a lot of people's psychology, to its mentality, you know, like just emotional space. People have had such traumatic times. They may have gone through so much fear. So all of that to break away, it's important to heal at this point of time. And I'm happy if my work in any way heals a lot of people, or anyone, even one person in the audience,
a lot of difference.
It will make a lot of difference. And that's what our intention is, to always make sure that the audience is like what we do.
I want to ask you one thing. Do you think we can ever have a Dola Re Dola face-off with...
Like a dance-off
between Katrina and Deepika?
No, it doesn't need to be dance-off. It could be dance together also, dance along also. But yeah, why not? You know, somebody would really have to make a film where they both cast and then they call me to choreograph a song for them. And maybe then voila, we might have something.
We would just love that part.
I would love it. Yeah, anybody would love it. Yeah.
The best hook step that you liked of Salman?
I am a very big fan of Salman's songs with Farah. Honestly, I will not take any of my song names. I know you are asking for it. But I love that song. Aisa pehli baar hua hai 17-18 saalon mein. I love those. I love that phase. I like that that because we used to like हम लोग front benchers की तरह CTVT मार के देखते थे वो गाने. अभी now when I'm on my set, how am I to tell? अच्छा, this is my favorite step of his. I think swag से स्वागत, and now I think Leke Prabhu ka naam, why is because there is a certain ease, and I love the way he does that shoulder. I don't think
Anyone
anybody
can do that.
वो जो shoulder step जो सलमान जिस तरह से करता है ना, and I knew how he would do it, and I was laughing for a good 10 minutes in this rehearsal hall because I saw it. Even before he danced it, I saw it. So I think in my case, of course, Leke Prabhu ka naam would be that step,
That would be, yeah.
especially that shoulder step. And I remember Manish Sharma also. You have to, if you ever interview Manish Sharma, the director of
Yeah,
Tiger
yeah.
3, you have to make him do the step. He's also up that same alley. I knew even he'll understand this step.
I'm going to now make sure to see
You
that
have to
part.
see him. You have to somehow, we have to have this camera and we have to shoot him and we have to post it. Manish Sharma,
We'll do
also
that.
the director of Tiger 3,
Tiger
also
3.
doing this step. He's like, ye kara na. Because we had done Ewe Band Baja Bharat. So we had worked together then. And of course, with most of his films I've been part of. So he's also equally mad.
But I think we are running out of time. But my last few questions for you is, there was a report that you will be directing Rani in a film. What is the update on that? People
We
are
will update you soon, shortly, when I am updated for the same.
Why? It was said that she has already.
It's work. It's WIP, work in progress, and I would only want to speak about it when there is something concrete. Isn't that the better way to do it?
Yes.
And I'll call you again, Ani.
Please,
And I'll
let's
speak
have
to
a
you.
yes, and we have to speak. Please,
Yes.
let's not take
With
so many
pleasure.
years to
No,
sit and talk,
No,
but
no,
let's meet and talk.
I will. I certainly will. I'm changing. I'm also. I'm trying to. I'll also try making my first reel if possible.
With me, please.
With you. All right. Okay. I'll do it with you.
See, you have said it on camera, so we have to
I'll
do
do it with
you. All right, but what next, Vaibhavi? What else can we expect from you?
So
in the coming years?
so for me, I also like doing a lot of theatre. I've just currently done a beautiful musical for Mrs. Neeta Ambani, and at the NMACC, which is the Neeta Mukesh Ambani Cultural Center, and I do a lot of theatre as well. So I do a lot of work in the classical field. Like I also hone my classical dance passions. Like I've also done Kathak and Bharatanatyam as a classical dance. I am a classical dancer myself, so it's always nice to keep my foot in both places. Like I like to do, of course, I do a lot of films, but with films I also want to do something for theatre, something in the field of musicals, and I'm also slated to do a beautiful musical for them soon. For Mrs. Ambani, for
okay.
Mrs. Neeta Mukesh Ambani ji.
Oh, nice.
And it's always a pleasure to come forth and do a lot of their work and do some great work with her and her vision. I just recently did the Indian Olympic Committee sessions where I also directed a film for the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. So yeah, so this was it was a great opportunity given to me.
Lovely. But what about the films? Any films that you can talk about?
Films, currently I've taken a sabbatical. Yes, I aspire to be a director soon and I want to really direct my first film, and I really hope that it happens as soon as possible. But like, it's taken me a journey of 27 years into choreography, and with that also comes a certain amount of not pressure, I would say, but a certain amount of expectation for me. So I have to ensure that I go beyond the expectations, if not less. And I have to make sure that the film that I want to make, and for me, this too will have to come from the heart. I'm not someone who can be given a script and say, okay, now you direct this. It has to be mine. It has to come from within. It has to be something I would want to say. It should be my voice, right? And to find that, it took me so many years to find that voice. And I'm only hoping that I'm able to etch it on the canvas the way I have done my songs and go beyond what I've done so far. And the expectations are a lot more, but I'm not pressured about that. I'm just too excited about it. And I'm just praying, and I wish everybody, all my fans and my audiences also pray that it happens soon.
It will. We
Thank
will. This year is your year. So before this year ends,
I
we are
want
going
all the years to be my years now, henceforth.
please, yes. But we will manifest this for you this
Thank
year
you.
so that
Thank
it
you.
happens very, very soon
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you so
On
much.
that note, thank you so much, Vaibhav. It was lovely talking to you.
Pleasure's
And
mine.
I'm going to meet you soon.
Done.
Thank you.